there, guys. Uh, Today I will be explaining to you why hooks are necessary for Wing Chun. Okay. I like to include hooks in my Wing Chun. I like to include them because that is Kung Fu. But if you don't include them, then it just becomes a smaller system, like Ip Man's system. But I like to include hooks just because of my mental condition. I have low stamina, and I'm just considerably weaker. But my Kung Fu is still good. Yeah, my Kung Fu is very good. So I want to say one thing. Ip Man, he was very powerful with Wing Chun because he reached. I would guess he reached his Kundalini, right? But that's many years of training, right? Yeah. But I want to talk to you guys about your everyday ring sports combat, where Wing Chunners fight, let's say, a boxer. And boxers hooks, they seem to penetrate a Wing Chunner, right? It's very good. Like, Wing Chunners have a good straight center line and straight punches, but boxers on the other side of the spectrum here have hooks, right? Yeah. And I want to tell you the difference between straight punches and hooks. Okay, so where should I start? So I'll start from Wing Chun first. Yes. Okay, so in Wing Chun, we have straight punches, right? Straight punches to the head and to the stomach, to the chest, right? Not often do they hook, but they could hook. And I think Wing Chunners should hook, because that's just using Kung Fu. I see this more as a Kung Fu dummy than a smaller system of Wing Chun. Yeah. So okay. So straight punches, right? For straight punches, oh, and one more thing. So for Wing Chun to be very powerful, you have to be at range 3 of combat. Okay, that's when Wing Chun is most effective. It's not as effective in range 4, but yeah. Okay, so one more time I'll go over it, guys. So range 3 is very close to the dummy, as close as you could be, almost touching the arms. This is 12 inches, so you have to be very close, like 13 or 14. So you could have good nice and powerful angles here, and here, right? And your punches are very deep. And if you're very close, your opponent won't sense your attacks because you're so close. If you're so close, your attacks are going to be too fast. But if you move to range 4, he could see your attacks very easily because it's a greater distance, right? And the person's smaller, right? Yeah, so Wing Chun is range 3, very close to the dummy. And so I'll tell you, I'll go over it again. How to get to range 3 is basically look down here. So basically you stand behind the foot, okay? You put your legs right there. Yeah, right there. There has to be a line like this. And that is exactly where I need to be. Right? Okay. Okay. This is range 3. Range 4 is like in front of the foot, right? Punches aren't as deep. Not a deep punch at all. Right here, much deeper. Look at that. Now this is where Wing Chun's at. Elbows at the front of the body. Yeah. Range 3. Range 4. Range 4. Okay. So, hooks. I'm going to go over hooks now. Hooks are going to happen at range 4 and 3. They're more powerful at range 3 because it's closer. But at range 4, that's where boxers are at. Well, yeah. So, so you see, my straight punch is still good. Not as deep though. But hooks will just graze, right? It could just be like this, or it'll be a straight punch. Very nasty straight punch to the nose, right here. Okay, so what is the difference between the straight punch and the hook, right? Okay, well, basically, this is how I see it. So basically, when you throw your punches and blocks, right, you tend to spin your body with your hips. So your body spins, right? And for Wing Chun is like a punching tree. They don't kick high, they kick low, and they don't sway much, right? They're very sturdy. They're like a robot, right? But I really think Wing Chuners should not be as sturdy as a robot. They should be kung fu-like and flowing like water. Yeah. So basically, this is how I see it. When a Wing Chuner fights a boxer, right, his advantage is close range. And to be able to grapple the other person's arms, to be in range of the arms and the body, right? That's the Kung Fu man's priority. The boxer's priority is simple, to be in range whenever. But the hooks are angled, and sometimes they're not as seen. They're not as seen, and it's as if there's a greater distance for them of flight time. They're bigger, they have a bigger angle. But straight punches, they just punch straight, right? And yeah. So basically, this is how I see it. So we twist our bodies when we punch, right? Wing Chun is very rigid. So when boxers throw those hooks, that throws off a Wing Chunner. Now, how does it throw him off? It throws him off by basically throwing off his center line, his center of mass. Because Wing Chunners are sturdy, they won't move out of the way or block it fast enough. So it throws them off. The power of the boxer throws them off. Because the boxer, let's say, moves more than the Wing Chunner is defending himself with, like with the blocks, or moving more, right? So basically picture it as a Beyblade, and the boxer's like throwing the Beyblade off with the hooks, right? and the Kung Fu man's job is to get him with the straight punches, be in range, and also use the hooks, because the hooks are very necessary. See, you could use all of your blocks with hooks and still block. You could still use all of the blocks, but it is way harder. This exercise right here, to me it feels like it is